Alright everybody, welcome back to Conquer Commander. Today we're going to be looking at a game featuring my old Asmira Holy Avenger deck. I should have a link to the deck list in the video description, so check it out. This deck is actually about 3 years old, and I'm going through some of my old Selesnya decks just to mess around with them and see how they can go. This is basically a token slash sacrificial deck. This is basically from my 10th article ever, and so it's not as focused as my current decks are, but it's interesting to see nonetheless, just to see some older cards and some goofiness there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Let's take a look at my opponents. First up, we've got Mirko Vosk, Mind Drinker, who generally lends himself to a nil theme, and this guy lives up to that theme. Following him, we have Rafiq of the Many. Can be just about any sort of aggro-based Bant deck, as well as Voltron control. It can be anything, pretty much. So Rafiq is always somebody to worry about, especially as it gives double strike. And then after him, we have Reaper King, who is Scarecrow Tribal. And you always got to watch out for Rite of Replication on Reaper King as well. So we'll see what this guy brings. I actually already mulliganed away a 1-land hand. This one's a 2-lander, and I don't really like it either. So I mulligan this bad boy as well, dropping down to 6 cards. And finally get 4 lands. With Martial Coup and Beastmaster Ascension. Like I said, this deck is 3 years old, so I don't have anything recent in it. But it's also interesting to see what stuff I am running in this deck. I draw into Aura Shards. Reaper King has Cincy's Divining Top. Cathedral of War is a card in the Rafiq deck that I always forget about. And he's good in any sort of Voltron or commander damage based deck. This is a card that I need to use more often. So let's see what happens here. I only Mind Crank is a nice little interesting card. I have Squirrel Nest in this deck, and Squirrel Nest obviously combos with Earthcraft. I never actually took a look at this deck before picking it up and playing it. I think this is the first game I played with it in a couple years as well. So I'm not 100% sure if I am running the Earthcraft combo. I go ahead and play my Yavimaya Elder though, just so I can help myself out in the land department. Cold-Eyed Selkie is running out there and is going to be good with the Exalted from Cathedral. Sword of Body and Mind from Mirko Vosk will help his plan. And then the Reaper King player concedes. I completely forgot about that. That's right. So Reaper King is not really a factor in this game. Let's move everybody's commanders out of the way so we get a little more of a view. Cold-Eyed Selkie is going to help Rafiq draw a few more cards. Let's move this bad boy over here as well. Codex Shredder is another interesting card. Let's see here. That can give any deck a little bit of recursion and partially mill people a little bit. But the interesting thing is he plays Illness in the Ranks, which will hose my creature token making ability. So I'm going to want to deal with that soon with my Aura Shards. I go ahead and sacrifice my Elder to draw some cards and get some more land into play. I draw Skull Mulcher, and there's Springjack Pasture. I put Squirrel Nest out there. My plan is to play Aura Shards next turn to get rid of Illness. The Selkie is once again going after the Mirko Vosk player because he does have Mind Crank along with Sword of Body and Mind. There's the Looter, Ilkor. The Shredder keeps hitting the Rafiq player. And then Mind Grind hits us for 2, but unfortunately it mines 2 of my lands. So I keep getting land, and I put it up the Windswept Heath. I play the Aura Shards, and I'm holding off on making a Squirrel token right now. Here comes Rafiq, and with the double Exalted and double Strike, Cold-Eyed Selkie is going to draw him a ton of cards. He has Reliquary Tower, so he's not really worried about having such a big hand. This is actually going to make Rafiq a very dangerous player at the moment. So his hand size is going to go up to like 15. And he plays another land. Mirko finally comes out to play. And I go ahead and use the Shredder, or I use the Squirrel token, which dies automatically to kill off Illness in the ranks. Because Illness hoses my whole plan. And then Mind Crank does a number on me because I sacrificed my Windswept Heath, had to pay a life, and I lose my Luminarch Ascension. Alright. There's Earthcraft. Okay, so here's the question. Like, I completely forgot that I was running the Earthcraft Squirrel Nest combo. And when I drew Earthcraft, at this point, I forgot that it was even a combo. So I put Asmira out there first, just to blow up Mind Crank. And right around now, and again, Mirko Vosk is still being targeted, and Rafiq's hand is going to get huge here. Right around now is when I realized, oh crap, I've got Earthcraft. I'm pretty sure I don't have Concordant Crossroads in this deck, but it's going to take a turn to basically kill anybody. There's Rite of Replication off of an Oracle Moldiah for Rafiq. And he's going to be able to play some extra lands. Right now, Mirko is at 22. He gets the sword, and he goes after the Rafiq player. And yeah, there's a bunch of crap that got milled. So essentially what I'm going to do right now, I go ahead and make a squirrel. Look at this cute little squirrel. Oh, it's a foil squirrel because the land is a foil. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. I blow up the sword of Body and Mind. And so now I have a decision. Do I go ahead and throw Earthcraft out there or not? And I decide, no, I'm not going to. I go ahead and attack the Rafiq player first, because I know Rafiq's going to go ahead and take care of Mirko Vosk for me. And I try to martial coup, just because I'm a little worried about what Rafiq can do right here. And if he has any sort of unblockability, he can really hurt. He's got 19 cards in hand. And I just don't want to deal with all these bad guys right here. So I try to martial coup, but that brings out a counterspell with Scattering Stroke. So if I had actually tried to play Earthcraft then, it would have been counterspelled, I'm sure. He loses the clash though. Or no, there's no loss. Nobody wins the clash. There's Avenging Druid on top of his library, which is actually a fun card. That doesn't get played very much either. There's Daxos on top of his library. New Prov Guild Mage gets played. That's going to give Rafiq flying. And then Rafiq's going to go ahead and attack Mirko Vosk. And hit him for 20 points. Oh no, not 20. 10, my bad. Then Mind Sculpt gets targeted at Rafiq, and right when he's about to be attacked, it gets bounced with Cyclonic Rift, not overloaded, which is good. The only artifact or enchantment left out there for me to blow up is the Shredder. And that's when Mirko Vosk concedes. Okay. So Rafiq has 17 cards in hand. And can make Rafiq fly and detain a bunch of stuff. So at this point I'm like, you know what? I've got Earthcraft in the deck. It doesn't look like he has the ability to counter any of my spells. So you know what? I might as well throw it out there, see if it lasts a turn, and see what happens. So I put Earthcraft out there, and understandably, like, he's a little annoyed by that. I mean, Earthcraft with Squirrel Nest is an infinite combo. It does give him one turn to like respond to it with a Wrath or something like that. Even a Wrath doesn't really help him, but like he does have one turn to really deal with it, but it's really tough to deal with by yourself. I use Skull Mulcher to eat 2 of the tokens and make Asmira just a little bit bigger. But really, right now, unless he can deal with Earthcraft, and he uses he's making fun of me. He's like, I'm only obnoxious by accident, I swear. And it's like, well, I've just got to own up to the fact that yes, the combo is in my deck. This isn't a combo that I would run anymore. He searched up Steal the Godhead to put on Rafiq, but it's not going to be enough to kill me. It's unblockable on lifelink, but he needed something else to pump him to kill me with commander damage right now. And he's only going to hit me for 14 commander damage. And he's annoyed, but basically I win the game. I conceded right there because, you know, he's basically saying he can't do anything to stop my combo. So, I mean, yes, it's an infinite combo. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. Would I play this anymore? No. But, you know, it's an Asmira deck. I don't know. I did it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, alright? Hope you enjoyed the game.